Hello everyone, welcome to another Magic the Gathering video by Tap and Sack. Today we're going to take a look at a black-white CLERICS deck, which makes use of lifelink and life gain to also drain the opponent using creature abilities. So our curve is pretty low. We have lots of small creatures. Almost all of them are CLERICS. We have 4 copies of Archfiend's Vessel, which you can, even if they kill it off, you can bring it back as a 5/5 demon. We can do that with either Lurus of the Dream Den or Call of the Death Dweller. Lurus also has lifelink, which is great. So to make use of the life gain triggers, we have creatures such as Hallowed Priest, essentially a watered down Ajani's Pridemate. Ajani's Pridemate is a 2/2 creature for 2 with the same ability. But every time you gain life, we put a +1/+1 counter on it, so it can grow to pretty big if not dealt with by the opponent. And then Cleric of Life's Bond, also similarly, it will also add a +1/+1 counter when you gain life, but it only triggers once each turn, so it will not grow as fast as the Priest. But the good thing about Life's Bond is that whenever another Cleric enters the battlefield, you also gain 1 life, so that triggers both the Life's Bond and the Priest. And hopefully on turn 3, we can cast Righteous Valkyrie. It's a 3 mana for a 2/4 flyer. It's an angel, but it's also a cleric. And the best part of it is that in the future, if you cast more clerics whenever it enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to the creature's toughness. And if you have 27 life in standard, all your creatures get +2/+2. So very powerful if you're able to trigger off lots of life gain. And we also have Veto, Pawn of Duskros, with a 1/3. It's a 1/3 creature, and whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life as well. So this is one way to quickly bring the opponent's life total down. Rather than just attacking, we're also gaining life, and that will drain the opponent. If you have more mana to sink in later stage, you can also pay 5 to give all your creatures lifelink. So that means Hallowed Priest, Cleric of Life's Bond, and the Valkyrie also have lifelink. And to round off our creatures, we have Taborax. It's essentially a failsafe against board wipes, because when any other cleric dies or any other non-token creature dies, you get to draw a card. So it will help you replenish your hand. And lastly, our non-creature spells. We have a few creature removal, Dire Tactics. You can exile target creature for 2 mana. And we lose life equal to the creature's toughness unless we control a human. Luckily, we have quite a few humans. The Archfiend's Vessel and the Hallowed Priest are all humans. The rest are not. But if you're lucky enough to get the Vessel and the Priest on the board, then you won't lose any life. Banishing Light will get rid of other non-land threats or non-creature threats such as enchantments or artifacts or planeswalkers. So we have 4 copies of those. And we also put in 3 copies of Fighter's 1 to help protect our creatures in case of board wipes. Alright, so let's see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get to see some nice life gain and life drain triggers. Alright, opponent's going first. We have a pretty good hand, so we'll keep this. Alright, let's get our Swamp and the Vessel on the board. Next turn we will go with Hallowed Priest. Hopefully the Vessel is still alive. Looks like opponent's going to kill the Vessel. It's fine. Alright, Giant on the board. Well, we could Dire Tactics, or we could use Banishing Light. I'm gonna go with Banishing Light. Save us on 2 damage. And we'll swing in for 1. Looks like opponents on the Giants deck. Alright. Gets to draw a card from Agar. Alright, we could go with Call of the Death Dweller. Bring back both the priest and our dragon. A demon, sorry. Opponent's gonna cast 2 spells to get rid of our demon. But he doesn't get to draw a card. He foretells a card, probably Quickbringer. So we have Death Touch, so we're gonna kill that. Alright, I'm gonna go with Tabarets. We could have cast the priest, but without any way to gain life, it's not very useful now. Hopefully we draw another land soon. Well, we don't get a land, but we could cast Dire Tactics. Or we could wait till the next turn. But we'll take 4, we'll take 5, or actually we'll take 7 from the Quickbringer. So it might be better to just Dire Tactics now. So we take 4 from that. But we would have taken 7 if we didn't do Dire Tactics. Opponent casts his creature. Bone Crusher Giant. And an Agar. Alright, we get our land, that's great. So let's just bring in the priest. And let's just pass the turn. The good thing about Fight as One is that you can target 1 human and 1 non-human. Alright, opponent casts a Quickbringer. Alright, so this is good. We will choose both. It's like opponent will still attack, he gets to draw a card. Alright. We will save up Dire Tactics. Probably for the Calamity Bearer. Although Agar is also very dangerous actually. Oh, I should have blocked with the vessel actually. He didn't cast his giant. Interesting. So let's swing in. Oh, okay. That's why I didn't cast a giant. Well, they could have just cast a giant in the first place. Alright, we're gonna bring back Hallowed Priest. Looks like opponent has an instant spell, unfortunately. Alright, let's kill off the Agar maybe. Looks like we're gonna lose this. Well, we could block the Bone Crusher Giant, but we won't have some way to block tricks. Oh, we have a Valkyrie. Let's see. Frostbite to kill off our Cleric. And we'll block with the Bone Crusher. Alright, we get a Banishing Light, but that would mean we would have to block the Bone Crusher Giant. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. Alright, that's it. Okay, we are on the draw and we have a pretty decent opening hand, so we'll keep this. Alright, let's get our vessel on the board. Opponent is playing Karuga as a companion, means cards have to be costing 3 or more. So we have an early start. Hopefully we can outrace the opponent. We do need some removal cards soon though. Opponent casts Cultivate, which means next turn they will have 5 mana available. Cleric of Life spawn. Okay. So we will swing in for the attack, and that should pump both the priest and the cleric. And we'll end our turn. We'll leave fight as one as a response. Okay. Battle of Frost and Fire. Target human, target non-human. So the question is whether to bring back the vessel either with Call of the Death Dweller or Lurus of the Dream Den. I think Lurus is better. Opponent's Scry's Tree. Alright, we win. So if the opponent had another Battle of Frost and Fire, he would kill all our creatures except the demon. But we could use Call of the Death Dweller to bring back Lurus again. Hopefully that would have been enough pressure. So yeah, we got our win. Okay, we're on the draw again, this time with a slower hand. We have 2 planes and a swarm, so I think we'll keep, but the earliest thing we can cast now is Righteous Valkyrie. Hopefully we draw something good. Nope, we get more lands. Opponent has Shock maybe in hand. Double red with Maze Mine Tomb. Interesting. You don't usually see Maze Mine Tomb with mono red. And there's another Maze Mine Tomb. Very curious what the opponent is playing. Could it be like mono red control? Is there such a thing? Oh, Slaying Fire deals 4 damage. Nice. Well, good thing we have another one. Bone Crusher Giant, Stomp, and a Shock. Nice. Really killing off all our creatures here. Alright, let's cast Tabaraks. Oh, and he concedes. That was a very interesting deck the opponent had. I'm not really sure what was their strategy. Looks pretty much like mono red burn, since they have so much burn spells. But they're also using Maze Mine too, maybe as a way to draw more cards. Because mono red tends to run out of cards very quickly. So far our wins have been quite fast. We haven't really got to show Righteous Valkyrie's buff. Okay, we're on the draw again. This time with a pretty decent hand, so we'll keep. Let's hope we get to have the Righteous Valkyrie survive. Opponents playing black. Mono black? I see. Interesting. Well, we'll have to discard a card. I don't really want to discard a land because I'm afraid we don't draw any lands and we want to get Righteous Valkyrie out. So maybe Hallowed Priest is the way to go. Or Dire Tactics. Alright, draw another Valkyrie. So at least that's insurance if he kills off ours. Or we might have to discard one if he casts another or we might have to discard one if he casts another Expert. Looks like this is mono black discard. Alright, kills off the priest. Alright, let's just get Valkyrie on the board. If he kills it off, we have another one. If we can get 2 of the Valkyries on the board, that would be amazing. We'll be gaining lots of life. Oh, Conquers Death. No, Elspeth's Nightmare kills it off. So we can either Banishing Light it now, or we can use the turn to cast Valkyrie. I think we want to do Valkyrie. He's gonna see our hands, so not much point keeping the planes. Well, you could say that I should have cast the Banishing Light on the Nightmare. Alright, now I wish we had 2 black permanents. Right, let's cast the vessel. It's gonna sacrifice the Nightmare. Yikes, Turgid is bad. Okay, we do have Dire Tactics, but to get rid of Turgid, but that's not going to help us. So we're gonna have to sacrifice the Valkyrie next anyway. Yeah, I don't think there's any way we can get back from this because Doom Foretold is going to keep our creatures in check. Yep. Alright, we've lost this one. We are going first, but we have no turn 1, turn 2 play. Just keep this and try. Alright, we have a turn 2 play, Hallowed Priest. Hallowed Priest is essentially a weaker Ajani's Pride Mate. Opponent's gonna cast Glass Casket. Good thing is we do have another one. Another glass casket. Come on. It's the same theme all over again. It's like we're facing against decks with lots of creature removal. Opponent's playing mono white, but no creatures. Now I'm quite worried about Doomscar. Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. Okay. Alright, we're gonna banishing like that. Oops, I should have attacked with both actually. But he didn't block. Alright. I see. Rally the ranks, boost all humans, +1/+1. Let's bring in Veto. It didn't get countered. That's great. So Veto triggers when we gain 1 life. It also drains the opponent of 1 life. At the same time, it put a +1/+1 counter on Hallowed Priest. Right, we're going to exile 1 of the tokens. I'm surprised he didn't use the other 2 tokens to block my cleric. Oh, Glorious Anthem and Illumina Aspirant. Alright, I'm gonna swing in. We're only gonna be able to kill 1 of the tokens, but it's better than nothing. Good thing opponent milled 2 of our lands. We don't need that right now. We do need some kind of payoff for our life gain. Or next turn we can just use Veto's ability to give creatures lifelink. And that will drain them for at least 7 if they don't get rid of our creatures. Alright, opponent packs it in. He knew that we could give our creatures lifelink, and even though he could block our creatures, we would have gained 7 life, and that would drain him for 7. So thanks for watching. As you can see, black-white clerics relies too much on creatures. So against decks with lots of removal such as Yorion decks, Doom Foretold, even Giants and Mono Red have lots of creature removal. So even though we are curving out pretty well with turn 1 drops and turn 2 drops, if our creatures get killed off, we're not able to trigger off our life gain. I think the key is to get Righteous Valkyrie on the board, keep it alive, and from there, once we can get more clerics onto the battlefield, then we'll gain lots of life and give all our creatures a boost. Unfortunately, we didn't see that these turns. Unfortunately, we didn't see that these games. I'll put the deck list in the description, and if you'd like to support us, please check out the TCG Player affiliate link on the description. It will help us a lot. And of course, try to hit that subscribe and like button, and we'll see you next time.